Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start our first online lecture of elementary surveying titled as Triangulation and Offsets. So first of all, you should know what is the triangulation surveying. Triangulation is the system of surveying in which the sides of various triangles are computed from a single line measured directly from the baseline. Chain triangulation or the chain surveying is actually the system in which the sides of various triangles are measured directly in the field, and it should be noted that no angular measurements are taken. Only horizontal measurements will be involved when we talk about the chain or chain triangulation or chain surveying. Now chain surveying is recommended when the ground is level and contains simple details. The area is small. The formation of well-conditioned triangles is easy. The disadvantages of chain surveying are: first one is the area is crowded with many details, then it will be unsuitable to use chain or tape surveying. The area having too many undulations mean uneven surfaces. The area to be surveyed is vast. The formation of well-conditioned triangles is difficult due to obstructions. Now, ideal, well-conditioned and ill-conditioned triangles. Ideal triangle is the one, an equilateral triangle is the best example of ideal triangle. The triangle having no angle less than 30 degree or greater than 120 degree is known as well-conditioned triangle. Ill-conditioned triangle is the one having angle less than 30 degree or greater than 120 degrees. These are simple figures to illustrate the concept behind different kinds of triangles. Survey stations are the points of importance at the beginning and end of a chain line. Stations are of two types. First one is main station and the second one is subsidiary or tie station. Main stations are the ends of the lines which indicate boundaries of survey, and lines joining main stations are known as surveying lines or chain lines. Now this is a diagram which is showing the total area of the scheme to be surveyed. The boundary of the survey scheme is denoted by four triangles. You can see the four corners indicated by the triangles and expressed by capital letters A, B, C and D. These triangles are actually showing the main stations of the survey scheme, denoted by capital letters. From the top left corner, expressed with the capital letter D, you can see the line starting from this point D up to the opposite diagonal at point B. This is the main survey line which is known as the baseline. Similarly, the line joining the two main stations or the two survey stations is known as main survey line. These are the circles you can see denoted by S1, S2, T1 and T2. These are the subsidiary or the tie stations, which are the substations of the main station. Now the line joining the two tie stations is termed as the tie line. These tie lines or subsidiary lines are actually used to represent the maximum details in the survey scheme. Subsidiary or tie stations are the points selected on the main survey lines where it is necessary to run auxiliary lines to locate the interior details such as fences, hedges, buildings, etc. when they are distant from the lines. Stations are usually denoted with a small circle round the station's point. They are lettered or numbered, capital letters being used to denote main stations and the small letters used to represent the tie stations. For example, capital A, B are denoting the main stations and small a, b are representing the tie stations. Survey lines are indicated by the letters of the stations. For example, capital A, B. Now this AB is the survey line which is indicating the starting and initial letter of the station, main station A and main station B. So the line joining these two stations will be the main survey line and will be denoted by the station names AB. Similarly, BC is showing that the survey line is starting from the station B and ending at station C. Similarly, small AB is the tie line or subsidiary line joining the two substations. The system of the lines of triangles covering the area to be surveyed is known as the skeleton or framework of a survey. Now the baseline, the longest of the main survey lines used in making a survey, is termed as baseline, the framework of the survey built up by the baseline. It should be laid off on as level ground as possible through the center and the length of the area. It should be correctly measured horizontally. To obtain its accurate length, it should be measured twice at least. Since the accuracy of whole of the detail depends on the straightness and accuracy of the baseline, great care is required to make the baseline as straight as possible. Tie line is a line joining some fixed points termed as tie stations on the main survey lines. A tie line helps surveyor to locate the interior details which are far away from the main chain line. Check line, also known as the proof line, is a line joining the apex of a triangle to some fixed point on the side opposite, or a line joining some points on any two sides of a triangle. A check line is actually measured to check the accuracy of the framework. The length of a check line should agree with its length on the plan. Now the section is started, named as the offset surveying. First of all, the first definition is offsets. Position of details such as boundaries, buildings, roads are located with respect to the survey lines by means of the lateral measurements to such object, right or left to the chain lines. These lateral measurements are called offsets. There are two main types of the offsets. First one is perpendicular offsets. As the name indicates, these offsets are purely perpendicular, and the oblique offsets which are not perpendicular. Two measurements are used in offset surveying. First one is the chainage, which is the distance along the chain line. Second one is offset length. The offsets should be as short as possible. There would be less chances of error if the offsets are the shortest. Shortest offsets are measured more quickly and accurately than the long ones. Another term is used in offset surveying, which is stationing. While surveying, the measurements are often taken along a baseline and at right angles to that baseline. Distances along a baseline are referred to as the stations or chainages, and the distances at right angles to the baselines are usually known as offsets. The beginning of the baseline, which is the zero end, is denoted as 0 plus 0, 0 chainage. In this manner, you will express the chainage, value of the chainage. A point 100 feet or meter, whatever in unit you want to show, from the zero end is denoted as 1 plus 0, 0. Okay, if you have a reading of 156.73 units from the zero end, it will be denoted as 1 plus 56.73. With the ongoing changeover to metric units, most municipalities have kept the 100-unit station, that is 1 plus 00 is equal to 100 meters, whereas the highway agencies have adopted the 1000-unit station, which means that 1 plus 000 will be equal to 1000 meters. Means you will write down the value of 1000 meters as 1 plus 000. Now let us see the example. It is a straight baseline you are looking at, which is located at the center. 0 plus 00 is indicating the start of the chainage or the baseline. As you are moving towards east or in the right direction, now you see there is a building which is actually the school, and we want to find the distance between this baseline and the corner of the school. Okay, these two corners we want to find the distance between the survey line and the corners. So at this point the chainage is represented as 2 plus 17.36. An offset is taken up to the corner of the school. The value of offset is 60.21 units. Similarly, at second corner of the school is located at the chainage of 3 plus 15.34. From here you are taking the offset, and the value of offset was written down as 40.22. So in this manner you will write down the value of chainage, and the value of offset can be taken from this value. Now in this way you will write down all the entries in the form of offsets or in the form of chainage. You will note down all these entries in your field book. You will also sketch down in the field book as it is. Now this is indicating the central or the baseline. It is starting from the 0 up to 65 units. Here you can see at the left and the right of the main survey line or the baseline, all the details are mentioned and offsets are taken to exactly locate the details. For example, if you want to locate the corner of the house at this point, which is located at chainage 33.5 units, an offset was taken whose value was noted down as 12 units. Similarly, at this point you can see the value of offset was 5.7 units, which is representing the manhole. In the this circular shape is representing the manhole. Due to presence of this manhole, we were not able to directly draw the offset from the baseline to the corner of the house. That is why we used two different offsets. You can see at first one at the 37.5 and the other one is at from the 57 units. We took these two offsets which are not perpendicular, hence they are oblique offsets. The length of these offsets were 16.1 and 17.5. Okay, similarly you can see at the left of the baseline there is a turning of a road. So in this kind of situation we have to sketch down as it is in the field book. This is also a neat sketch of the baseline and the taken offsets directly from the field and entry of all this data into our field books. We can also calculate the area using all these offsets calculations. How is it done? In the center you can see a red solid line which is actually the baseline. From this baseline the offsets were taken to the right and left of the main survey line. These offsets are taken, and you can see the noted offset in written green values and the green solid line. These are all offsets. By using this chainage and the offsets, we simply convert the whole area to be surveyed into a number of triangles and rectangles. By adding all the individual triangles and rectangular areas, we can easily calculate the value of area using offsets. So that was all about offset surveying. Thank you very much.